Do you need me to play that again?
We don't have to right now, but if you're ready to
Okay.
get started, go ahead.
Okay, Mary, can you start the recording?
Yep, it started.
Okay, so welcome everyone to our Adobe Spark webinar. Please mute your mics and use your chat for questions. I'm Regina Moore. I'm a counselor at Bowie High School in PG County. I've worked there since 2002. I've been at Bowie High School since 2005. My goal with this program is to switch careers and teach adults technology. While my two teammates are introducing themselves, can you please log into the Adobe Spark website? I will add it to the chat window for everybody.
Okay, I am Mary Ford. I currently teach at Charles Carroll Barrister Pre-K through 5th Art. Prior to teaching 5 years ago, I was a graphic designer for 20 years.
Yeah, and I'm Lawrence Toddy. This year I'm going to be teaching at the Baltimore Design School. I've taught math in Baltimore City for 11 years. I'm traditionally a computer science major and programmer, and so I can't wait for you all to enjoy our presentation.
Okay.
And please sign into Adobe Spark if you haven't done so already.
Welcome to Lawrence, Regina, and Mary's Adobe Spark webinar. You will learn about Spark's three main capabilities: Post, Page, and Video. We will also talk about the mobile app for ISO devices. In Post, you can make dynamic images for social media such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. In Page, you can create digital storyboards much like Microsoft PowerPoint. In Video, you'll be able to create videos with music, voiceovers, and images. We will also take a look at the mobile app for ISO devices. By the end of the webinar, you should be able to create digital posts and videos using Spark and discover uses for Spark in your own classroom. You will be able to spark your own creativity and create something during the webinar. Let's begin.
So our agenda for this evening, we're going to share a quick interest video. We'll have an icebreaker. You'll learn about Adobe Post. We'll put you in breakout rooms where you can create a post to share to Twitter, as well as maybe one person from a couple of the groups share with everybody. We'll learn about Page, video, a quick summary, and you will then complete a Google survey for us. Okay, we're now going to have a quick icebreaker for you to complete. So can you please answer the full questions when they come up?
A little over halfway there with the results of the poll. Got about 5 more people.
Mm.
Looks like we're waiting on just 3 more people to answer those questions.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to give it about 5 more seconds, and then I'll share the results. Okay, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see the results. Okay, so it looks like prior to the invite for this webinar, heard of Adobe Spark or not?
Mary, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. You only have to share the results. You don't have to share your screen. We can't see anything now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Okay.
Just stop your screen share and go back to the poll and share the results of the poll.
Can you see it now? Is that what, can you see it now?
Yeah.
No.
Can you see the results now?
No. There you go.
Yes.
Okay. So it looks like more people than not have not heard of Adobe Spark before this webinar. So that's good because we wanted to show you this. iOS devices seems pretty high. A lot of people have iOS devices. No flip phones, thankfully. And let's see, have you ever used the Canva before? It's kind of split there. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this and this poll. And I'm going to share my screen because now we're going to move on to, I'm going to show you guys how to use Post in Adobe Spark. So hopefully everybody, if they haven't already, go ahead and log into Adobe Spark. When you go to Spark, it'll prompt you to log in either with your Google. I'll bring mine up to show you what happens. So I go to Adobe Spark, and it's going to ask you to either log in with your Adobe login if you have an Adobe ID login, which I do, but for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use my Google Gmail.
Oops.
So if I log in, there's actually 3 parts to Adobe Spark. There is post, page, and video. And in this section of the webinar, I'm going to show you guys some post. I created those videos and the invitation in this. So if you go up here on the left-hand side, it's very simple. Everything, those small buttons, everything's very laid out simply. I'm going to hit post. And they're going to ask you at first to start from a template, pick your template. So I'm going to start from scratch. Hit that button. They give you a featured, already set up templates if you like. Really good for students because it's very simple, straightforward, and we all know our students are very intuitive anyway. At the bottom here, it's going to ask you to pick a graphic size. So down here, since we're going to ask you guys to go ahead and post for Twitter, you're going to pick the Twitter size, but if you go over and hit more sizes, let me minimize this, more sizes, it gives you a plethora of stuff. There's a little slide bar down here at the bottom. As you can see, you can do stuff for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Etsy, Eventbrite. On the iPhone, it sets it up, to be on a smartphone, portrait, widescreen, landscape. So you have all of these choices. We're going to, for this one, do a Twitter and continue. So the first thing you're going to see is all these things on the right. Now, let me move this totally out of the way for you guys. All the way on the right here, we have all these different types of setup stuff. But if you want to do your own thing, you can kind of go in, you can click on the text box that's there. There's a photo in the background. So if you click on the text box and go up here to edit, this little tiny pencil, you can edit the text. You can save it. And if you want to change the font, you go up on top where it says text, background palette, layout, design, go on the text one, hit color. Excuse me, I hit a button. Hit color, you can change the color of the text here. The background, you can change over here. You can import something of your own by hitting add. You can add a photo off your desktop. You can add a photo off the Creative Cloud, Lightroom, Dropbox, Google Photos. For this one, I'm just going to go to Find Photos. I have some on my desktop. Oops, excuse me. Upload photo, not Find Photo. On my desktop, I have stuff specifically for this demo. I'm going to use this sunflower. Just going to pop it into the background. Might take a second. You also can change your palette colors up here as well. If you don't like the layout, they have the color scheme. You can change the color scheme by clicking down here. Changes your text, changes the background quality. So what you guys are going to end up doing, this is taking a minute to load, a little bit too long for me. If you guys, when you go into your breakout rooms, what you're going to do is you're going to create something in post, and the goal is your favorite ed tech tool. So if you want to pick someone in the breakout room to bring up Adobe Spark and actually do the building, you guys can chat and talk about it. And decide what ed tech tool you're going to highlight. So it's really going to be a quick thing where you're adding either a photograph or an image that you find, maybe you have on your desktop, and you're going to be adding some text. So it's almost going to be like a mini ad. So when we go into our breakout rooms, I'm going to set them up. You'll have about 7 minutes to do this. And if you have any questions about any of the tools, yeah. See, sometimes it doesn't load. Let me show you a trick. If sometimes it doesn't load, you can go back. I'm just going to start there. There was a little bit of this with the video, more so than this. All right, it looks like mine's just kind of spinning a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign breakout rooms. When you go into your breakout room, you're going to, kind of discuss what you guys want to highlight for an ed tech tool, your favorite ed tech tool. And then you will go ahead and do a post. Again, you're going to start from scratch. Choose your size. That's the Twitter size because you guys are going to be posting this to Twitter. I'm trying to show you guys how to post this to Twitter so that you'll know. When you go to post your final product, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it from here, where there's a little share button, and it saves your post. All your stuff will be saved into your Adobe Spark account, so you can access it from your iOS device, whether it be a phone to do editing, or you can, grab it off of any desktop, laptop, computer. Then it gives you a category. We'll just say education for the sake. You can create a link. And then it gives you the option of Facebook, Twitter, email. You can either copy the link that way, or you can also go right to Twitter. And since all of us have a Twitter account, this is how it's going to get posted. You guys are going to use a hashtag. If Regina or Lawrence, you could type the hashtag in the chat. The hashtag is going to be hashtag Loyola ET Spark, no spaces. And if there's any questions right now, you guys can put them in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them before I run you into breakout rooms. And then we will be in the breakout rooms as well to help you guys if there's any questions. I'll give you the 2-minute, 1-minute warning. So it'll just be a short, quick assignment. If there's no questions.
Before you switch over, Mary, could you so I can just show a quick mobile look at what it looks like for the mobile apps?
Oh, you would like to do that? You want to show the?
Yeah, I just want to quickly show while
Okay, let me stop share, and you can show them that.
So I'm going to quickly show what the mobile apps look like for the for Adobe Spark. And they are, so basically what you have is, if you have an iOS device, can everybody see my phone screen, or is there any problems? Make sure. Okay. So what you can do from this is you just basically click on okay. You can download the apps on iOS, and there's 3 separate apps. And then when you load either one, the same account you use to sign on the desktop or laptop, you can use to sign in with. You can log in to see what you've done, and it uses the same account for students who don't have laptop access, desktop access, but they do have a phone or a tablet at home. They can get this the same look. They can create a post using this option here, solid color, and then they can do something just like you would do using the desktop, only with a mobile interface. Okay. All right. Okay.
So are we ready to go to breakout rooms? No questions? All right. Oops. Not seeing my breakout room button.
Mary, it should be at the bottom with the rest of the icons. One should say breakouts.
Yeah, I don't have it right now for some reason.
Why don't you pass the hosting to Lawrence or to Regina and see if they have it and could get them started?
It looks like I'm not hosting right now is what's happening. I don't see my host stuff.
Okay, I'm going to reclaim the host, and I'm going to make Lawrence. Would you like to be the host?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay.
Lawrence, are you okay getting these set up? Are we almost ready?
Yeah, we're almost ready.
Okay.
All right. So the message should go out now. Okay. So the message is out. Who's not in the room yet? Nelson's on the side. Okay. Yeah, I've got you two not in. All right. Okay. So, all right. You want me to switch the host back to you, Mary, so that you can go in, or?
Yeah, I didn't see my buttons, so I'm getting a little worried why I'm not seeing any of the host stuff when I'm the host.
Okay.
Why
I
don't
would say then he needs to stay with it.
I think so. Yeah. Why don't you hang on to that, and then when we get out of there, we'll try to figure out.
And that's fine. You can just, because after this, we won't really need it for anything else.
Right. So I'll
But
just.
if you want to put us in a room.
Yeah. Let me see. Mary, I'm going to put you into breakout room 3.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know why they went away. Those things. Okay, thanks.
So, no problem. And then Regina, I'm going to put you in breakout room 2 with Kelly. Okay.
Okay.
Just in case. Okay.
Okay.
No problem. Breakout room 2. All right. Okay. Oh, it's got it. Focus.
Okay.
Looks like they want us to return.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Cool. There's some nice, like, quick, pretty good looking images you guys made up. Did you guys have any questions? Did you find it easy to use? Was it confusing? Did you have any glitches like I did when I was trying to show you?
I had one question, Mary.
Yes.
You know how when you make the, I guess I pasted an image and it only pasted on the left-hand side, but I wanted it to cover the whole background.
Oh, okay. So you chose a template that actually had two different image boxes. So you had a left and a right. If you click on, sense. Yeah, if you click on one side or the other and kind of delete it, you know, back it out, then you would see the whole image. That's what happened on that one.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So that was Adobe Post, and so the next piece is our presentation is called Adobe Page. So I'm going to show you how to create basically what Adobe Spark Page is. It's basically a website for creating web journals or web pages that are actually hosted by Adobe. You can share the link, but your students won't be able to actually port them to their own website, or they won't be hosted. You can't use this to replace your WordPress or replace your Weebly site. It gives you basic options. If you can see my screen, and okay. So what you can do here is, from here, I can basically, why we asked you to tweet these photos is that I basically went to Twitter and I have downloaded these pictures from Twitter, which is basically the best way the only way that they don't unfortunately have a way for you to copy and paste directly from Twitter to reuse it again. So you have to basically save the images yourself. And then once you've done that, you can go back to your page. I can add another photo here, upload photo. I just saw the Nearpod, click open, and I can put it there. I can also add a photo as a banner. So I can do upload. I can also use photos from Adobe Stock, Creative Cloud, Dropbox, Google Photos if you have them there. Google Photos has a lot of things. You would log in with your Google account, allow, and actually, well, I'd rather just upload, to be honest with you, because I want your photos.
Which you guys did a good job too in a quick amount of time.
Right. So I'm going to upload a photo here. I'm going to choose the pixel chart one and click open, and so that's now the banner. There's different ways. You can also add buttons that link to websites. You can upload a video from YouTube. If you have a YouTube video that you really want to use, you can add it there, or your students can add it there. This is a good tool for students to share or collaborate or make basically on projects or group-based things where the Spark apps themselves are not collaborative, but you can work around that by basically they can share the images and then download them from somewhere else. You can take an image or a site, download it to a shared folder in Google Drive, and then it can be uploaded that way. It's not as smooth as far as the sharing of images as you would like it to be, but it allows you to have some collaboration. And pages, they're pretty basic. You just add videos, add pictures, add buttons. It's a very big editing tool. Okay. All right.
All right. So, Lawrence, do you want me to move to video?
Yes, we want to move to video now.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll share my screen again. And I'm going to exit the full screen. All right, so I'm going to go back into Spark to show you guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my previous videos and just kind of work backwards, and because I want to show you that where it's stored. So if you go to My Projects, you have Post, Page, and Video to make new stuff. But if you go to My Projects, it shows you all the stuff that you've made unless you delete them. So it is loading. So I'm going to go down to one of the videos I made. And if you hover over it, you get Edit. For the videos I made, I actually went in. You can say, okay, I'm ready. You can watch that video if you like. It's interesting. So for the video I made, both the videos I made, actually, I did the images in Photoshop and then just imported them. So when you want to add a frame, you go over here to the Add button, and it gives you the opportunity. It gives you the opportunity to add video, text, photo, or an icon. I was adding photos. If you add video, obviously you have to have the video on your computer somewhere you can find it. Go to photos again, you can find photos. Same stuff is going on. You can find photos from the cloud. If you have stuff to create a cloud, Lightroom, Dropbox, Google Photos, or you can upload something. I'll just go ahead and try this again with an upload. This is our treat for you guys. Since we're not real, we can have virtual cupcakes, I guess. So when you upload the photo, it puts it in the frame and it will stretch it. You can't really do much about that. You can make it a little bigger by doing this, but it's still going to give that black all the way around. Your time, you have 10 seconds is your limit here, unless you're recording. If you hover over, just like what we do in VoiceThread, if you hover over here, you got to press and hold it, however, to record your voice. I'm going to close that, get out of here. And then I just wanted to show you guys quickly the music. You have themes as well, same kind of thing. They have prefab templates for the video. The music, you can add your own music. You can upload MP4, or they give you a whole plethora of music here. You can also upload stuff from iTunes as well. And I'm sure you could probably add other music from other spots, but when you go to add your own music, here's the volume. If you go to add your own music and the time isn't as long in the music as it is your video, what's going to happen is they're going to jump in and one of these other songs is going to play over your music. So in other words, if your music ends at 2 minutes and your video is 4 minutes, they're going to plug the rest of that with something of their choice. So that is something to consider. So yeah, you can slide over. I don't know if there's any questions about the video, but the video is very simple and very easy to use. I was loving it, especially for students and starting them out. Even if you're going to introduce them to iMovie or other types of video editing, even Premiere programs, this is a great starting spot because this tool is very simple and it gives them an idea and has a lot of canned things that the students can pull from. All right, if there is no other questions about the video.
I have a question, Mary.
Yes.
So this is accessible through devices too. The nice thing, it seems like they could be making this at home even if they don't have.
Exactly. But it has to be
other-
iOS.
Yeah.
iOS, yeah. Like they couldn't do it on an Android tablet. But yeah, that's the only thing for the mobile devices. That's the only downside is it has to be an iOS platform.
It's nice that it's free.
Free is always good. Teachers love free. So yeah, I think it's a wonderful tool. And like I said, you have all your projects, you can go in and you can delete stuff. And if you don't like something, like this one I just did, if I want to delete it, you can go to more, you can rename it, duplicate, download it, or delete it. So I'm going to do it because I don't know what happened there. But yeah, it's a good little useful tool, I think, for teachers and students. So I guess if there's no other questions, we may end a few minutes early so you guys can be on vacation. I'll probably exit because Kelly wanted that video we started in the beginning recorded. So I'm going to go ahead and play that. If Regina and Lawrence, should I go ahead and do that? Play our intro video again?
Sure, I'm going to post the Google link into chat for them to fill out for us.
Great.
If everyone
All
would
right.
fill that out, that would be lovely.
All right. Thank you guys for attending and enjoy the rest of your summer.
Please fill out the survey. Thank you.
I just started talking with my microphone muted, so I know completely how the rest of you feel when you do it and you go, Mary, before you hit play on that video, let me just say to the 662 students, I will send an email when final grades are calculated, but it will probably not be till Wednesday or Thursday at the earliest, okay? Thanks for attending the webinars tonight. Team 6, stay on. The rest of you, if you haven't seen this 2-minute video, stay on and watch it. They played it just before they started as well, but otherwise you are welcome to exit, and the Team 6 will stay on with me then.
Thank you. Lawrence, do you have to hit play or do I do?
Hit present.
Hit
present.
It's Mary. Yeah, you hit present.
Which is?
Up at the top right here where it says
Right
next
here.
to the R and L.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hit present.
But it's regular present.
From
Just
beginning.
just hit present. Now hit play because I just stopped. Hit play because I turned off the auto.
Cool. Thank you.
In order for us to hear the audio, you'll have to unplug your headphones.